Hello, welcome to part 2 of the series of videos on this topic. In this video, we will see what are the steps involved in enabling Oracle ADW or Oracle Autonomous JSON Database or AJD to store JSON format data. First step here is to load the JSON file into your OCI object storage. To do that, choose a bucket in your OCI compartment, select your JSON document and upload it here. So this is our JSON document. Let's inspect it and copy the URL path to access it. The next step is to store this JSON document in ADW or AJD. To do that, I first connect to my instance using SQL Developer Web, and I create what is called a collection to store my JSON document using Soda APIs. I call this collection as demo JSON PO. Once you create the connection, you can see a table with the connection name. The next step is to copy our JSON document from OCI storage into this collection. In order to do that, I first create a credential that will allow me to access my OCI storage from within this instance. I call this credential as democred and use the login username and password of a user that has access to the OCI bucket where I uploaded my JSON document. Creating the credential object is a one-time step. This is needed only the first time you want to copy JSON data. For subsequent refreshes to your JSON, you don't have to perform this step. Once I have this credential, next step is to copy the JSON document from OCI object storage into my collection using the credential that I just created. So here's the command to do that. This is the name of the collection where I want to store my JSON data. This is the credential that I just created. And this is the URL path of the JSON file on my OCI object storage. These are my JSON document properties where I'm saying record delimiter is a new line character. Let me run this command to copy data into my collection. Once this is executed, I can query my collection and I will see that it has copied the JSON data as a blob object. Every JSON object in my original file is copied as a separate row and as a single blob object in this column. Now I have my JSON data inside this table, but I cannot use this blob object as is for querying purposes. I need to be able to extract the JSON schema from this blob object as separate columns so I can query it from OAC. This is fairly easy to do using the JSON capabilities of ADW or AJD. First, I create a search index on this column in my collection. This is the name of the search index, this is the name of the collection, and JSON document is the blob column with JSON data. Now this is important. I need to specify this parameter called data guide on in order to be able to extract the JSON schema from the blob object. Now the search index is created. I refresh and see the tables that were created as part of the index creation. Again, this index creation step is a one-time activity. The last step is to create a flattened view sourcing from my collection that will extract all the JSON attributes and objects as columns. Here's the syntax to do that. First parameter is the view name. This is the collection where I have my JSON as a blob column, and this is the blob column name. Once I run this, I can go and refresh my views. Here I see my JSON schema that has been extracted into columns. Let me query this view and look at the details for one PO number. So for PO number 1, there are 6 rows created, one for each line item object nested within that PO number. Let's go back to our original JSON file and briefly look at the contents of PO number 1. I have some base attributes and I have 5 line item nested child objects. I go back to my view. I have 1 row for the base attributes and 5 rows for the nested line item objects. These are the 5 line items, their description and the related attributes. So with a couple of simple steps, I was able to extract the JSON schema into a relational format with each JSON attribute available as a column in my view. This flattened view creation also is a one-time activity. You don't have to modify this view for subsequent refresh of data unless your underlying JSON schema has changed. Once I have this flattened view, I can query this view easily from OAC. Watch part 3 of the series to see how to do that.